Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks.com. Today is Thursday, September 29th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. You're going to see the futures, the S&P 500 E-minis are trading higher by about 6 points at the moment. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster ride. The futures were trading lower last night, all the way down here. You can see around 10 p.m. Trading as low as 1140 on the S&P 500, and then as the night went on, the market started to rally higher. There's news now out of Europe that Germany has voted to pass the European Financial Stability Facility, and the vote was overwhelming. So I suppose that is the positive news coming out of the market. The vote was, I believe, 523 votes in favor, 85 votes against the European Financial Stability Facility. That's basically what they call the TAR program, what we call our TAR program. So German Parliament overwhelmingly voted in favor of that. So you do have the European markets basically flat at the moment. If you look at the DAX, German DAX is basically flat, just down about 9 points. And the French CAC 40 is positive by $5. So either way, it's not a big mover in this market. I guess that was expected. And the market already has it priced in. You did have a very good rollover yesterday in the markets, a very, very good sell-off. When you look at yesterday's action, I just rewind the hands of time, you'll see that the markets basically sold off pretty sharply into the close, and that's usually a bearish sign overall. Today, you just don't know what to expect. I would think it's more of a wild card day, as the markets could be very choppy and sloppy. You do have the U.S. dollar index down about 14 cents on the day. So if the dollar's down, the market's usually up, and hence I think that's all you need to follow. Just look at the dollar today. Dollar is negative. The futures are up a little bit. If that dollar catches a bid and starts to move up again, then yeah, I think that the markets probably come under pressure. A couple of other things to go over real quick while we're looking at this chart is that you'll see the dollar really soared last night and topped out right around 10 o'clock. And once the dollar started to pull back or sell off, that's when the markets caught a bid again. So in other words, it's pick your poison. If you want to get the markets higher, inflate them, the U.S. dollar index needs to come down. If the U.S. dollar index rallies higher, these markets deflate rather quickly. So again, it's going to be another choppy and volatile session, but futures are starting the day slightly higher, and we'll just have to see how that all plays out going forward. A couple of other things to talk about last night in the market was the Shanghai Index. The Asian markets really were pretty choppy. You had a few indexes up, a few regions were lower, but most important is the Shanghai Index, down over 1% last night. This index has been leading the markets. It leads the U.S. market. It has been leading the market for about 6 years now, and the Shanghai Index is lower. Let's just take a look at the FXI. You'll see that is catching a little bit of a bid today. If these markets roll over a little bit, watch the FXI to make a move to the downside. Okay, the same goes with the Chinese ADRs such as Baidu, which is a market leader. You'll see that it's up just a little bit, but if the markets here roll over, these stocks could lead things down a little bit. They look a little bit oversold on the daily, so I don't know how much further down they can go, but they will probably lead things due to the weakness in the Shanghai Index last night. Here you'll see Sina Corp. It's just another leading Chinese ADR that we want to be aware of at the moment. Now, looking at the markets, we have to look at gold. Gold has been very, very volatile. This morning, the GLD is trading at $156.81, $156.81. Yesterday closed at $156.22. So you're just getting a little bit of a pop in gold, and we'll look at SLV. Pretty much the same thing. SLV is trading at $29.35, closed at $28.87. So you're getting a little bit of a move up in silver. Silver was higher much earlier this morning, but nonetheless, it is trading up a little bit. Again, what I want to just state is watch the U.S. dollar index. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about the markets. Right now, gold and silver seem to be inflating with the markets. So when the markets go up, gold and silver go with them. Sometimes that won't always be the case, but that is the case at the moment. Well, let me see what else I have here on my list. Let's take a look at the USO. Here you're going to see oil is trading higher. You can see spot crude or West Texas crude is trading higher by about 85 cents to $82.05 a barrel. So above that 82 level, good little bounce for gold, for oil. You'll see the USO, which closed yesterday at $31.25, trading to around $31.75. Again, the moves here in oil are just really against the dollar. If the dollar goes down, you're going to see oil catch a bid. Notice the little spike here in the USO, and if we take a look at the US dollar index, notice the quick little decline that just occurred there. So again, all commodities will inflate with the weaker dollar. All commodities will deflate with the stronger dollar. Really nothing has changed in that area. We're going to have to sit and wait on every word coming out of Europe. I think that's going to be very, very important today. But again, you could cut through all of that noise by just following the US dollar index. Couple stocks that I'm looking at today, right now, just for guidance, would be Apple. Apple's been a market leader. Stock is trading higher this pre-market, right around that 400 level. Again, Apple closed at 397, so the stock is up a little bit. Keep an eye on Apple because it is a market leader. As soon as Apple deflates, that could deflate the triple Qs or the NASDAQ 100 as we call them. So we have to watch there. Very, very important. I think Apple's just a good leading stock, a stock to follow. Yesterday you had a big move in Amazon as they unveiled their tablet product. Again, Amazon today is trading higher a little bit, closed at 229.71, trading back up to the 231 level. Amazon has upside potential, believe it or not, if it runs to around the 240, 245 area. So it does have a little bit more upside potential. But again, everything's going to trade right in line with this stock market, the overall indexes. If the overall indexes somehow decline, then the markets will decline. If the overall indexes somehow rally, then you could expect Amazon to rally. That's pretty much in line with everything that I'm seeing. I don't see anything out there that is really standing out to me this morning. So we're just going to leave it at that for today. I'm sure there's some gap ups or gap downs. I'm just not seeing anything that's really standing out to me that we need to make or we need to be aware of. So I'll leave it at that today. A little bit more on the quiet side of a report. Again, we got to still watch every little move coming out of the European Union, and that's about it. At 8:30, you will have initial weekly jobless claims, so watch for that. That news will be out at 8:30 this morning. You're also going to have the GDP third quarter estimate for GDP. That will be out at 8:30 as well. So there's going to be some economic news at 8:30. Markets are trading higher as we speak. And then at 10 o'clock, I believe we're going to have pending home sales. So you do have some economic data. GDP may move the markets a little bit. I'm not really sure. Just to be on the safe side, watch the US dollar index. If the dollar index falls, this year S&P 500 will go lower. If the dollar index moves up this year, if the dollar index moves lower, the S&P 500 will move higher. Dollar index starts to move higher, this will move lower. They're inverse as inverse can get. So again, here you can see the US dollar index has fallen and the futures have caught a bid. But in about 3 more minutes, you will get the initial weekly jobless claims, and that will be at least have a chance to move the markets. It's really going to be all about the dollar. If the dollar falls, these markets will go higher. Here's the US dollar index now. You can see a pretty good little decline there. And sure enough, futures are catching a pretty good little bid to the upside. So we'll leave it at that. Have a great trading day, everybody. Again, we'll see you all in the chat room at 9:30. And those of you that are not part of the chat room, again, we'll see you tomorrow on Pre-Market News and Views. Take care, everyone.